Hello scrappy friends, Gloria Parra here today for Hip Kit Club, and look what I have sitting on my desk. I can't believe it. The October kit is here and it is called Sweater Weather, and look at those colors, friends. You know, these kits keep getting better and better. I won't get tired of saying this. I just love the color combination this month. I love the rich tones and that deep blue there, the dark magentas. It's very, very pretty, friends. So let me show you a little. You get the 12 by 12 pattern papers, and look at those patterns, friends. Believe me when I tell you, you need 2 packs of these papers because there is a lot of fussy cutting that you can do. And let me tell you another thing. This kit is giving me all the Sassafras Lass vibes. Do you remember Sassafras? Or am I dating myself here? You know, that was such a whimsical and fun company, and I loved creating with it. So as soon as I opened this kit, it just took me back to those days, and that's what I love about Hip Kit, friends. These are all exclusive products. You won't find them anywhere else, just on the Hip Kit Club website, and you must get them, friends. You really need 2 of each pattern. They also have the basics, which are this fun, you know, like cardstocks that has this like textured side on one side, and the B side has, every month it changes the pattern, and this month we have this very fun like plaid pattern. I believe that it is called plaid, right? So yeah, you get 2 tones of each. You get 8 colors, so 16 sheets in total, and that stretches out your kit so much. Okay, so let's move on really quickly through the embellishments. Let me show you how beautiful these ephemera packs are. So you get like the icons here. You get super fun shapes, and you know, the little like icons that are very fall themed, and you get the florals, leaves, flowers, trees, pumpkins. Pretty, pretty, pretty. We have the puffy stickers with little shapes and title possibilities up there. We get foam shapes, lots of flowers and little like critters. This really took me to those Sassafras days. The fabric borders and the alphabet puffies here that are awesome as well. I also love getting the, I believe this is the Pocket Life paper pad, and these are 6 by 8, so they have the same patterns but a little reduced in size. They work great for photo frames. You can also get, well, this is part of the kit, the embellishment kit, and you get those like resist chipboard pieces that you can color in with the Lindsay magical powders. So yeah, these are super, super fun to create your titles, to play with color, and just go to town with that mixed media, easy mixed media. And here you can also get the stamp that's all about autumn, October sayings, and the beautiful die that I think we're gonna put to use today. So we can cut a bunch of different leaves and the thankful word. So friends, today I was challenged. Kimberly, the owner, challenges the design team for each assignment, and today I get to do a wreath with you, a wreath layout. So let's bring in the pattern paper and decide what we are going to create. All right, friends, so before moving on to creating our layout, I switched my mat. It was a pink mat, and I switched it for this white one since I will be working with a pink background, so I really wanted to make it easier on your eyes. So I have this pink from the Basics cardstock kit, and I will be bringing in this like wood grain paper that I love that has the colorful tags on the back, and I've cut that to 11 1/4 by 11 1/4, and that's gonna act like my second layer. So I told you that I had as the assignment to create a wreath layout. But I've seen Sophie and a couple other design team members creating a big wreath. So I wanted to give you another option, and for that I will create 3 smaller wreaths. And I love the idea. So for that, friends, I used my 6x8 papers. Okay, I used this 3. I just love them for this kind of things, you know, to create smaller frames or circles in those smaller scales. So let me bring in my ruler. The large circle is cut at 5 inches and the 2 smaller ones at 4. Okay, so the idea is to have, I believe, like this, my 3 photos or my 3 little wreaths. And I also did something that I invite you to do, friends. We have these 2 pattern papers, one that's filled with the little leaves and, you know, the fall fruits. Sorry, I'm trying to look for the correct side. And I just fussy cut a bunch of them, as well as this one that has the leaves, you know, going on one side, the other is going like the opposite side. And those will work great to create our little wreath. So what I've done here, friends, is I just cut my photos in circles, and these smaller circles are 3.5 inches. So the idea is to have these ones, the smaller ones that are 3.5 inside these circles, and I have a big one that is 4.5, I believe. Yeah, 4.5, that's gonna come here. So for this layout, friends, I want to talk about friends that become your family. You know, those friends that you get to choose, and your daughters or your children are like cousins to theirs, and you are their support, and they are your village, your support. So I want to focus this layout on celebrating that friendship. And since it has those fall colors and, you know, that fall vibe, this kit will work perfectly. So let's move on. I already told you a little backstory there, and I have separated my leaves. You know, these are all fussy cut from the paper, so I will just arrange how I want my florals on each wreath. So let's start decorating our wreaths. I'm gonna start with this right one here, and I already adhered my circles using some foam adhesive. I also added the machine stitching to the border of the wood grain paper. So I'm gonna bring in this wreath here to see if it's gonna work for the idea that I have. And yeah, you gotta look for the correct placement so you don't cover any of the beautiful vases. So let me turn it around and see where I can have it. I think there. Yeah. And now I'm gonna bring in all my beautiful hand cut leaves. Give me a second, because I haven't adhered any of these pieces. I just want to try to see how it looks, and to see if actually I'm going to keep that internal wreath or take it out. So I love that these leaves, friends, are, you know, like they're a little bent, so they work beautifully to create the wreath. And I love that Hip Kit thinks of all those little details. When we have the meeting, the design team meeting, we expose those things to Kimberly. You know, we need florals to be cut larger with, you know, the ways that we like to work, and they take all those things into consideration when designing the kit. So it's wonderful, you know, to be able to give her that feedback and to have kits made, you know, custom made with all the crafter's needs. So just move it around, and I would love to bring in some leaves, you know, to create those little like special clusters. And I love how that's looking. I really like how that's looking. Now let's bring in the other little tray. I think this one will come up here. And you can actually have it like going out. You can move it around. That's why I haven't adhered it yet, because I'm not sure how I want to keep these. So if you see, I am making sure that no same colors, you know, come next to one another. I also flip the, you know, the leaves. Some are going on the same direction, others are going in opposite directions, just to have it flowing better and having different colors on the opposite sides. So play with all the leaves that you've cut, see how you like them, and arrange them. And now let's move down to our bigger wreath down here, and for that I want to use this family and friends title, because like I told you, these friends are actually like family. We love them like family. I also thought of bringing in friends who feel like family, but I tried it, friends, and it is way too big. So you can see here, this would work beautifully. I am still not done with the idea, but family and friends will also work great. So let's try that first. So friends, I'm really tempted to try this title. Try to make it work. I think it can work. So let me bring in the stamps from the same kit. This is the October Project Life Kit stamp, and I love that I get the family word here. So, you know, it would look awesome to have friends who feel like family. So I'm gonna bring in my stamping platform, just the white smooth cardstock and the stamp, and try it. It's the only way to know if it's gonna work, right? So I like using my little eraser here to prep my stamps. Not sure if you saw that. I think I was off camera. So let's take it out. And I'm bringing these two colors that could work. I really like this hot tub one. So let's try it with that one. Let's carefully move this, and let's try cutting a little piece here and stamping. So I have my family word stamped in two colors. I use the minted and the hot tub one, just to try which one I like better. And I will just fussy cut my family word and try it as a title. Now let's bring in the floral pieces and let's start playing with the colors, the placements. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lower them a little. And try to place them where no same color touches the other one. Okay. So let me know, friends, what do you think? You like this option better, the bigger title, or would you go? I'm going to show you right now how would the smaller title look. Or I could only use friends, but I really love the idea of friends who feel like family. I have more leaves if I need more. I have, so maybe the green one here. Another of these Yeah, I have one here. Go like this. Yeah, there it is. And this would be the option of the smaller title. I would take this out, have this here, and that would be one option, or have it down here. You know, it's just a matter of preference and of trying different things to see what you like. So this is more subtle, more delicate, and this is a little fun. So I think I'm gonna try this one, friends. I'm really liking. I won't be painting this. I like the boldness of the white word, and I don't want to create more distraction with paints, even though we get this beautiful powders. But yeah, I want to keep it as light as possible because we have a lot going on. Okay. Yeah. Let me know what you would have done. I think I'm gonna go with this. All right, I have my title here, my stickers, and I've added some foam adhesive on the back of Friends, and I'm gonna just adhere this on top of my photo, and I will have the puffy stickers below it and my stamped image, so it creates the title that I want: Friends Who Feel Like Family. Okay, so let's adhere this as straight as possible, because you know, once it touches that photo, it's very hard to move it, friends. So, and there we go. Now for the floral pieces, I have almost all of them adhered. I've added little pieces of foam adhesive. This is a 2mm thick foam. And yeah, yes, I want to level it up a little, have it, you know, like if those leaves were floating around my photos. And then we will move on to create little clusters of florals. I have a couple here that I need to adhere. You know, I use those 2 leaves and like those fruits there, and I did the same down here. So we will have to create one at the top with you. And this layout is almost done. We just need to add the final touches and the journaling. So friends, I'm bringing in some small florals from the floral pack here. I've just collected a bunch of small ones, and I want to put them on some of those places where the leaves join, you know, like this, and just work on those wreaths, on adding a little extra something. And another great choice for that, I think I had this one here, would be to bring in the puffy stickers that have some florals there and smaller ones that we can also add. So here I want to finish this cluster up here. So I'm gonna tuck this orange one, and I also printed some journaling strips that I will add to finish the layout. So let me tuck this one behind this, because I like doing those 3 flowers there. And now let's pop up these ones on those joining leaves. Just try to vary the colors, you know, so you create some contrast with those florals as well. So here it is, friends. I think I'm done with this layout. I adhered my word strips, my journaling, and all the little pieces. I added some puffy stickers in the middle of my flowers, and I love how layered and fun this fall layout looks. So let me know what you think. I hope you feel inspired to grab your October kit and create a wreath layout with maybe different sizes of wreath to do something a little different. And I hope you check out the Hip Kit Club. Use the Gloria coupon for an extra 10% discount. And please leave me any comments. I love reading you. And if you have any suggestion or any question, don't hesitate to leave it down below. Thank you so much. This was Gloria Parra for Hip Kit Club. Until the next time, bye bye.